man, what a bloody beautiful day painting this, eh? Can't wait for the bloody gang to see this little number. Yeah. Oh, now I've got to start painting the fur. Hang on. How am I meant to highlight all this fur? Surely they don't expect me to highlight every individual bit? Yes, surely not. Then again, how else would you actually do it? Jacko, how would you paint the fur? Jackson, how do you paint the fur? Jackson, why don't you know how to paint the fur? Jackson! Fur! Alright. You want me to cut to the chase? Dry brushing. Alright? DRYBRUSHIN. Dry brushing, mate. Okay? It's a simple hobby technique, but it's also a technique on its own, right? We're not going to be like those guys who say it's a cheat technique or it's a time saver, alright? It's a thing on its own, alright? You should learn how to do it. You should respect it.
It's a technique, baby.
All right. Look at it. Look, if a chef, right? You got a chef, okay? Chef doesn't want to use salt because he thinks
It's a cheat technique, right?
But the salt makes the meal a lot better, right? It's a flavor enhancer. This is what dry brushing is. It's a little
painting enhancer.
okay. Look at it like that. Don't feel bad that you need to dry brush, okay? It's suitable for fun stuff like fur, wood, rocks. Probably not so great on the faces. You want to kind of take your time with those, but it's a technique nonetheless. All right, let me show you how it works, boys. All right, we're back with our little Yeti man. Look at him. Don't he look great? All right, what you're first gonna need is your mum's makeup brush. All right, well, pinch it from a top drawer. She won't even notice. All right, we're looking for a brush with really stiff bristles, yet some soft ones, mate. This is why your mum's brush makes the perfect little tool for this kind of gig. All right. That's right, she won't even notice. Might even give her a highlight, mate. She might need it. Okay? So let me just show you what we're looking for. Once you steal your mum's brush, I do this little technique where I just slap it around on my hand, try and remove as much paint as possible. And then I do this other fun little thing. I like to call this the little knuckle duster, where you literally just paint over the top of your knuckle and you're trying to hit all of the highlights. And if your paintbrush is kind of hitting in those gaps, man, too much paint. Do a little wiggle again, try and scrape off as much paint as you can, and just drag it over your knuckles. And if you're seeing those gaps, you're doing good. Alright, so we're going to hit it with the little grey Dawnstone first, hey? Give it a nice little cheeky undercoat. Trying to drag as much paint as we can off the brush before we start. That cheeky little knuckle duster technique, yeah, see? I use my own stuff, don't you worry. Okay, so basically, I know it looks like I'm hitting it like a madman, but we're basically trying to swipe the paintbrush against the grain if we can. So we're trying to hit all those very, very top bits of fur, trying to leave the ones that are sort of in the thicket of it alone, just so we can get the very top layers, right? So we want the base coat that we did to mean something. Like, so I based this with a very dark blue to kind of give it that kind of icy looking vibe. So we're just trying to hit all of the top layers, but we're kind of being a bit rough with it, right? And it's okay. It's not going to seep into the lower layers because we've dragged all the moisture out of the paint. And there's a very little amount of paint on it. It may not look like heaps, I guess because it isn't. But yeah, it's enough to work on this whole little Yeti, man. So don't stress. Look at that, eh? A little grey undercoat, bloody lovely. Showing the blue through. Exactly as planned, mate, eh? Lucky because it'd be a bit hard to redo this. Alright, next we're going to hit it with the fun part, right? So we can dry brush on top of dry brushing, mate. I know it sounds insane, but look, we're going to hit all of the top layers of the fur again. And we're being a bit overzealous with this. I probably could have turned this back a little bit just to show more gradation on the fur and stuff like that. But we're just trying to hit. Look, I even smudged it with my thumb. The little thumb technique. If you get too much paint, man, just smush it with your thumb. So we're basically just trying to hit all of the top layers that we think basically the sun or sunlight would hit. So I'm just trying to focus all of my brush strokes across the grain of the fur, just on top of the Yeti as much as I can. And we're basically, I probably could have turned this down a bit, but I think it ends up looking pretty good at the end. So we're just trying to hit all those top bits, and then you can see the grey poking through and the blue poking through in areas. And mainly underneath the chest is where we're looking for all of that to poke back through. Next bit. Oh, you know how I said rocks before? Ice, man. You can do it with ice. Look at this. So I'm just using a bit of that blue and just basically stroking over the edges of the rocks and stuff. With this first layer, like the grey, I'm being kind of rough with it. I want it to basically leak over edges and things like that and give that illusion of maybe light passing through the ice crystals and things like that. Really just hamming it up, man. Just slap, slap, slap. Trying to avoid all the little bits of fur and stuff. It's okay if we hit it. I mean, they're the same color palette, so you won't notice. And then here's the fun part, right? You think that's ice? Watch this, mate. Look at this. All right. So don't sue me. Yes, I did just put blue in my white paint pot. That's fine. But look at this. So because we haven't washed the brush, we basically get this really, really nice highlight of blue and white mixed together on my hand. So we're just going to go hit all those top little crests of the ice again, making a nice little highlight on top. God, look at that. That's bloody fantastic. Look at that. Very tasty. And just trying to hit all of the very jagged areas. Hey, look at that. Hey? Yeah, I know. We're not done. All right. But these are the basics of dry brushing, right? You can dry brush twice. I usually always do it twice. And you're going to have really good results. All right. You ready to see the finished man? Let's do it. Whoa. Didn't that turn out alright, eh? Not bad. Second tutorial down. It's a couple more to go. If you like that, hit the little like button, hit the little subscribe button. It's down over there somewhere. Yes, I did film this and edit this in the same night. Ignore that. Alright. I've got a little Discord. I got a stream on Twitch. Got a Facebook page, Instagram. Go hit all them stuff if you like it. Links down below, baby. Thanks so much for watching.